This is our final storyboard for our A2 music video for Getting Nowhere by Magnetic Man. So our song had like really strong urban themes like written throughout the lyrics and within the whole nature of the song. So we decided to film pretty much the whole video in like an urban estate. So we thought this fitted it really well and it kind of captured the whole kind of dark mood of the song. As we have said throughout the blog, there's not many strong conventions for the genre dubstep yet, as it's relatively new. So we decided to stick to the connotations it has of like being underground and quite dark. If you look over here now, here is a digipack of a dubstep album, and they have done the exact same thing here. And the front cover is of an urban estate, so it sticks to the same connotations the genre has. We was also influenced by many other things throughout our production, such as TV dramas like Top Boy. That was on Channel 4 recently, and that followed like several characters throughout an urban estate, and it kind of showed like their struggles and things like that throughout and what things they've faced. So we decided to use these themes as a positive inspiration for our production. As you can see, the first shot we're going to have like loads of establishing shots of like many buildings and stuff to get across where the place is. The next shot here, from Google Earth we discovered that this urban estate has like a playground, so we're going to get a shot of like the swings and like one of the swings swinging but like no one on it, so it kind of like shows that the place is almost dead and like really quiet. The next shot here, this is going to show Tom in the foreground, and we're going to have the estate in the background. This almost like sort of gives a kind of him and them sort of like feeling. It's going to kind of show the audience that Tom's like not a part of like the urban estate, and that he sort of wants to kind of escape from it in a way. The next shot here, this is of just like Tom. We're going to have like a close-up of Tom's face, just like to show like his facial expressions and to kind of give an insight like to the audience of what he's like thinking. This is going to be a shot of Tom walking through an underpass. We found like a really good underpass, and it just, I don't know, it kind of captures the whole kind of urban theme even more. We just thought it looked pretty good to film. Here's the next shot. We've got Tom sitting on the steps, pretty much of the urban estate, and it's just kind of emphasise the fact that like he doesn't really want to be there, and he looks kind of sad in a way, and wants to kind of like escape. Now this is going to be a shot of Tom walking down the whole underpass. We're going to have like the camera following him like all the way down it. Pretty much when the song sort of kicks in, we're going to have it so it fades into like more other shots. Like this one here, this is another establishing shot of like a building. We're going to like show pretty much the whole of the urban estate, but film it in like captivating ways, just to keep things quite interesting for the audience, and just so it looks quite good pretty much. Here is the next shot. We're going to have like an extreme close-up of Tom, again just to show like his expressions, what he feels sort of thing. Here's the next shot. We've got Tom leaning up against like a brick wall, again just like a mid-close shot of Tom, just pretty much to gain an insight of what he's like thinking and stuff. Now this is like one of the shots we want to kind of pull off. Pretty much we've got Tom like walking towards the camera, like we're going to be kind of walking backwards and Tom's going to be walking towards the camera, and as that happens we're going to have like the background change, so he's going to kind of be walking through like different locations like the high street, urban estate, and then somewhere else. Pretty much it just kind of like represents like he's getting nowhere, and like we're going to have like people walking past him and like just like to seem like a nobody sort of thing. Now here's another shot we want to kind of make really well. We're going to have Tom like against like a big brick wall, and on each beat pretty much we're going to have him like positions differently in a part of the frame. So on each beat it'll be like on the left, then it'll be on the right, then the middle, just to make it look a bit more interesting. And we're gonna have this shot here. We're gonna have like Tom standing in the middle of the playground, and we're gonna have like the whole camera like pan around him. He's gonna like look forward in one direction, and we're just gonna like pan like around him. And this is not like throughout one whole sort of shot. We're gonna kind of cut backwards and forwards to this throughout the whole video. Here is a shot pretty much. We're gonna just show like a sort of Tom getting into trouble. He's gonna we have like a really good alleyway to film down, and we're gonna have like a drug dealer and him kind of like buying drugs, and just kind of to show like the bad things happening around him and the people who sort of influence him in like this urban estate. We're gonna have like a close up of like the drugs and it handing over here. And this shot here, we're just gonna have sort of the deal finishing and Tom walking away from the situation. Now this next shot here, we're gonna have sort of Tom sitting in the corner of like an alleyway, almost kind of like cowering in a way, like just to show like he knows what he's done something bad. This next shot here, this is another kind of shot we want to sort of pull off and make it look good. There's like an underpass we know of, and well, an overpass I mean, and we're gonna like film down onto like the motorway and have cars like driving past, and then we're gonna like speed it up. And it's gonna kind of like show to the audience that sort of time's passed by, and we thought that it would look really good. Like if we get there around like a time where it's getting dark, but not too dark, so you can see the lights of the cars and stuff, it will give like a really good effect to the video. This shot here, we're just gonna have Tom sort of walking down the high street, like past the shops and that, and like people like bumping past him and stuff, and just like thinking that he's a nobody. This shot here, it cuts back to the underpass, or again Tom just walking through it. Now this shot here, we're gonna have like a tracking shot. As Charlie's got a car, we're gonna like drive past the church and just sort of film out the window. This shot here also relates back to the lyrics, "Oh Lord," and it kind of shows like an escape sort of thing. Like if he could turn to like a church or something, it could somehow help him get like through his problems and stuff. This shot here, we're gonna have like a mid shot of like Tom on the phone talking to someone, looking kind of quite stressed and that, but not sure who he's going to be onto the phone. The next shot here, we're just going to have like Tom's footsteps, like it's going to have like him just walking down, and you're just going to see like his footsteps walking pretty much. Another shot here is just of Tom again, like a mid close up. And here's another shot of the underpass again. Pretty much we're going to have him walking all the way down this time. When he gets to the end, there's going to be like two dealers like of like or gang members or something like that, just to show that like the area he's in is pretty dangerous and stuff like that. Like we want to show like other shots and that of like bad things happening around him, like gangs and drug deals and just like things happening like that, just to show that the area pretty much is not very nice. Here we're going to have like an over the shoulder shot of Tom kind of looking over to the urban estate, just again showing that he sort of doesn't belong there, he sort of wants to escape it sort of thing. And in this shot here, we're going to have like the phone kind of dangling, and this kind of shows that he's been on the phone again, and you find out in the next shot that it's again led to like a deal sort of thing, and this kind of tells the audience that previously that he was on the phone to a drug dealer and it's sort of been a problem, and it kind of pretty much shows that he kind of hasn't got through his problems, he sort of can't cope with like the area he's in and the situations he's faced. And here we're just going to have kind of Tom just kind of just laying down pretty much. He sort of gave up and not sure that he wants, like he's pretty much not sure that he wants to do sort of thing. and it kind of shows to the audience that he's kind of failed in a way, and it's all like become too much for him, and it's just ended pretty much, and then the whole thing is just going to fade out, and that is going to be the end of our storyboard.